Today we will complete our series of presentations covering briefly the tools used to transfer wealth to future generations.
Thanks for joining the CC America podcast, where we are getting mentally fit through testimonies of faith, inspiration, and transformation. We hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for joining us for another live taping of the CC America podcast. I am your host, Tamaria Jordan, and tonight, as part of the CC America eFit series, we are interviewing and welcoming back to the show Mr. Keith Kelley, retired financial analyst and certified public accountant. Today, we will briefly discuss tools used to transfer wealth to future generations. You may recall that Keith Kelley presented on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. He discussed his perspective on why Black net worth is significantly less than white net worth and what we can do personally to close that gap. This was episode 25. And more recently, on episode 27, Keith Kelley shared 3 asset classes that people use to build net worth. So these nuggets of wisdom aren't only meant to educate, they are meant to inspire change, which ultimately leads to transformation. Welcome back, Keith.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. Well, now I'd like to turn it over to you so that you can provide us with information on how we can transfer wealth.
Today we will complete our series of presentations covering briefly the tools used to transfer wealth to future generations. There are primarily 3 tools used to accomplish this: designated beneficiaries, wills, and trust. A beneficiary is a person or persons or entity you name on a bank account, investment account, or life insurance policy to receive death benefits. Naming a beneficiary on those accounts grant immediate access to funds that would otherwise be delayed while probating the will. You should keep beneficiary information updated as your life situation changes, as you do not want those assets going to someone you are no longer involved with. A will is a legal document that spells out your wishes regarding the care of your minor children, as well as the distribution of assets, usually real and personal property, after death. Unlike accounts that designate a beneficiary, distribution of assets governed by the will could be delayed. Failure to prepare a will can leave the asset distribution decisions in the hands of judges and state officials who will not know your wishes. You can prepare a will yourself, but you should always have it witnessed and notarized to reduce the risk of challenges. Wills should also be updated as your life situation changes, and do not forget to name an executor of your will. A trust is a fiduciary relationship wherein one party gives another party the right to hold title to assets for the benefit of a third party. Trusts are active the day that you create them. A trust can take many forms, but is a very effective tool to provide for beneficiaries who are underage or has a mental disability that impairs their ability to manage finances. That means that a trust can be very beneficial for aging Americans. Once a person is able to manage their finances, the trust can then distribute their assets. You should also consider the completion of a power of attorney, which gives a person the power to act on your behalf. The authority you grant can be broad to cover finance, legal, and health decisions, or limited based on your instructions. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, you should prepare a list of all places you maintain accounts, as well as other important documents and assets. Give that list to someone that you trust. We have covered wealth accumulation broadly in this series. To wrap it up, I encourage you to do the following: identify your goals, develop an individual plan, meet with a certified financial planner for consultation, which are usually free, give them your goals and allow them to develop a plan, then scrutinize their plan in comparison to the plan that you developed. Meet with an estate attorney to assist you with the protection and ultimate transference of the accumulated wealth. Thanks for listening, and remember that it is never too late to build wealth so that you can enjoy your best life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Keith, for joining us again. I know that this information will be very beneficial. I love how you have made it simple and put things in layman's terms so that we can all understand and be able to take action to help improve our financial situation and also help to prepare our future generations by transferring some of the wealth that we attain while we are, as people say these days, living our best life. I would like to personally thank you on behalf of the show and also our listeners who tune in week after week for the time that you have spent with us in this series and providing us with information.
I want to thank you for inviting me and look forward to perhaps coming back at some point in the future to do some updates.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. And to everyone listening, until next time, be blessed. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the CC America podcast. We appreciate you tuning in week after week and joining us for stories of faith, inspiration, and transformation. So that you never miss an update, please subscribe at www.ccamericapodcast.com. You can also follow us on all of our social media platforms at CC America LLC. You can also just search for CC America on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We hope that you are encouraged and inspired by this show. If so, please don't hesitate to share the episodes or let people know that you are listening so that they too can be inspired.